Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some pretty kind of meh news going over here when it comes to the PlayStation 5 and the PlayStation community. Now, this is not going to be speaking on behalf of everyone, as per usual, but when it comes to this stuff, we're seeing a lot of folks now calling out this big Last of Us Part 2 update slash remastered slash whatever you want to go and call it. Now, some people are saying it's a very good thing. It's only $10. It's optional, kind of like in my opinion, kind of a normal take. And some folks are kind of basically saying it's a massive cash grab, not worth it, and at the end of the day, well, what's the point of buying it? So we're kind of seeing a little bit of a contrarian thought over here when it comes to this updates, and at the same time, we also have the same ongoing issue where a lot of folks are getting mad and upset the fact that PlayStation has remade this game about like 7 times at this point. So we're going to talk about this as of right this second. So make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We have the Twitter and Twitch room down below if you guys would like to go and follow. Also, the Amazon links too, as well as go and dive on into the video itself. So for whatever reason, you guys missed it. The Last of Us is one of the most anticipated slash enjoyed slash kind of pronoun, I'd say, PlayStation game out there, with the TV show and of course The Last of Us Part 1 and 2 doing very well in terms of sales and notoriety, and as well with the potential of a Part 3 in the works, and also that big drama between the multiplayer version potentially getting canceled is, well, not fun to see. But as of right this second, there is a brand new update with The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, where they had a chance to make the game a little bit better, fully updated to the PlayStation 5, and of course all of this is included just for a $10 price tag. Now, some folks are upset, some folks are happy, and some folks are cool with it, but at the same time, it's been a little bit on the, well, funny enough, contrary, I guess, when it comes to most folks out here. And now it also kind of leads into a brand new issue too as well, where a lot of folks are kind of concerned about these bigger games out there where it's taking a very long time for these games to come out in the first place. Where let's go and say for The Last of Us, it's been a few years since the game first came out, and as well, even from the first initial game, and all they've been kind of doing is remastering, remaking, and it has this really big like stint of nothing coming out. Same thing with other various big PlayStation studios, and people are starting to get concerned too as well. So it was announced late last year that the company had decided to end developing the multiplayer project based on The Last of Us, which was mentioned back as 2018, and they finally re-announced as well in 2022 it was canceled. And as well, a lot of folks are kind of curious on like what's going on, because people like these AAA games, and it does take a long time to make them, but sometimes there is just nothing in the works, and no one really knows what's going on with it. And with this, a lot of folks are kind of excited for it. The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered is a $10 upgrade for existing owners of the game, which adds a brand new roguelike mode, no return, a new behind-the-scenes look at some unfinished content, dubbed the lost levels, performance improvements, and even more just big stuff like, say, for the, like, you know, the guitar mini games out there. And people like it. Like, the people interviewing with it and talk with it stuff are like, yeah, this game is cool. Better updates, better graphics, runs a bit better. It's kind of like a brand new thing for the PlayStation. And we did already see $10 improvements for games, which I don't think is the biggest deal. It does cost money to update this stuff. I would actually probably prefer if it was free, but at the same time, you do have to pay the manpower for it. And with all this type of stuff, I thought it was nice. I thought there was a lot of cool stuff. They added brand new things for it, like I said, and at the end of the day, it's nice. Like, they have cool things with haptics. They have really cool, like, subtle things for the controller. The graphics are better. The loading times are better with the SSD, and at the end of the day, I probably want to go and replay through this up on my Twitch stream. With all these nice features, though, people obviously are getting upset, and we're seeing these types of tweets out here, too, with a few different various takes. Where if we say, look over here, life can be so simple. If you don't like it, don't buy it. If you like it, buy it or upgrade from the $10 mark. I already bought the initial game. I played through the initial game, and I wouldn't mind spending the $10 for the improved version. I'm not against it at the end of the day. But some people are very against it. Some people are very not a fan of spending extra money on all this one. And if we kind of even go through some of the Twitter replies, some folks are kind of weird, saying, hey, the pay people are writing for a $10 upgrade is hilarious, with people calling out the fact of saying it only costs $10. Like, if you want it, and if not, just go and play the old version. Like, it's fine. But as well, some folks are also on the opposite side, where they're like, hey, I bought the game already at full price. If you guys are doing improvements, and I already did buy a PS4 and 2 PS5, and I spent the extra money on it, let me go and get the upgrade for free. Which I also, like, I want to say on both takes, I do kind of understand, but I think I'm more so lean towards the, it's okay to spend $10 if it's a big enough update update and it's actually like something different enough, I think I'm okay with it. Like, I don't mind. Now, if they try to go push for 20, 30, 50, that's probably where I would draw the line. $10 is like, yeah, it's a bonus if I really want to play it, I don't mind. And like I said, you don't have to go and upgrade. Like, you could still go and play the older versions if you wanted to as well. And now, this is where I have something to talk about over here too, where people are bringing this on up, saying it's actually less about the game itself and more than about the company's focus, which I actually can't agree on this take though. Basically, Naughty Dog hasn't released a new game for PS5, nor have we seen anything. It's been nothing but remasters from them, and they canceled Factions. This is where the real issue is from the real fans. And you know what? I do agree. I think the $10 thing in the big high level is kind of mute. Some people care about that, some people don't. Some people don't want to spend $10 for upgrades, totally understandable. Some people don't mind spending the $10, kind of like in my end, also totally understandable. But I think there is enough work, and it does cost money to improve the stuff, and I do understand why they're doing it. Would I prefer it to be cheap and free? Yes. But do I understand it as well? Also, yes. If PlayStation was cool, they should, if anything, realize that a lot of people aren't actively being like paid for PlayStation Plus, that they're not active subscribers. So why not just make that maybe a PlayStation Plus incentive? Because I mean, people own the game, and there's probably quite a few people who don't have PlayStation Plus. Maybe go give it to free PlayStation Plus members for free upgrades. Like, I don't know why they don't have a workaround for something like that to have a win-win. It keeps your community happy, but as well also goes and gets them kind of maintaining PlayStation Plus numbers. But at the same time, I'm not PlayStation. Maybe they worked it in or never even thought about it. I don't know. But I would also agree. That's kind of the highlight and point I brought up at the start. As of right this second, there is a lot of games and big game PlayStation companies that we don't know anything about. Like right now, what has Naughty Dog been making? Now, they probably are doing something, whether it's a brand new Uncharted spin-off, Last of Us Part 3, or whatever. But I do want to agree, there is like a lot of folks that are against all these constant remakes and remasters. I think it's fine, and clearly like the Part 1 remake did pretty well, and this is also a nice upgrade, so it'll probably do well in terms of sales. But at the end of the day, you do want new stuff. Like at this point, they have completely done everything they could with The Last of Us in terms of games. Multiplayer is gone at this point, and all these remaster remakes, I can't play it enough. If they even make another one, I will be very upset. Even this one's a little bit too soon in my opinion, although with only a $10 price tag, it's not that bad if you already own the game before. So I get it, and I understand it. But at the same exact time too as well, it's not like, I don't know, like you need to have new games. You want to keep on making new stuff. You want people excited for stuff. And there probably is something in the works. There probably is. But at the end of the day, we don't know. Like we haven't seen trailers or posts or comments. At this point, a lot of us are just blindsided. And I can see why someone maybe really wants Part 3 or maybe really wants a brand new Uncharted. Yeah, they want to know news about it. They want to know what's in the works rather than seeing all this other various type of stuff. And I think a lot of folks are talking about it too as well, saying I might not buy it, but I'm still allowed to be critical of Naughty Dog for only releasing remakes and remasters at a time when comparable studios like Capcom and Santa Monica are churning out quality. 3.5 years since the PS5, and Naughty Dog hasn't even revealed anything new. And I do kind of agree with like the tweet posters take, saying it's okay to be critical, and I think that's a lot of our videos, and I don't think I hate anything. And I think a lot of people who watch even my types of videos or in the community itself just want to have new games. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You buy a $500 PlayStation, you want to play games on it. Like, there's a big reason why. You want the exclusives. Or maybe someone wants to have The Last of Us, and I don't want to have to buy a PS6 and have literally nothing in the PlayStation 5 life cycle where it's only just remasters. And I think it's an okay take too as well. Now, I mean, I'm kind of one of those people, I'll take what I can get, and if a company takes a lot longer in AAA and it costs a lot, I kind of go get it. But at the same exact time, like, I do like new things. I do like getting a chance to see new things too as well. It's $50 for the physical and $10 if you already have it to upgrade to. And like I said, that's not a big deal. And I kind of agree with that too as well for the $10 mark. And for all this type of stuff, it's very, very, very big. I don't know. Like, I want to know if you guys think this is a big issue at the end of the day. I think having brand new improvements, brand new everything, I think that's good. Like, I think it's nice. $10, if it was free, like I mentioned throughout this video, I kind of would like that a little bit more. Putting away PS Plus, like I said, I like a little bit more. But at the same time, there is, I think, valid critiques. Not having new games in the works, not having various things in general. Like, that's a big, big deal. Like, I want to see these games. And I guess keep on saying, they probably are making stuff, they're probably working on stuff, but I think fans at this point are kind of on their end. Like, they kind of feel like they're getting milked. A lot of folks just don't want to keep on getting sold the same exact thing over and over and over again, and this was a big drama too as well for The Last of Us Part 1 when that first came out. A lot of folks felt like they were being used. A lot of folks felt like they were cash cows, and that is, I think, a certain thing. Like, if you remake the game 7 times and resell it a bunch of times, you don't have to buy it every single time, but at a certain point, the community does get a little bit upset on that one, and we've seen that one even in these types of comments too as well, where they just want new games. They want to have something different that's not just remakes, or even people critiquing out the fact that it is only remakes too as well. I'm okay with it. I do think people should get paid for their work, but I do think a lot of folks in the community are getting a little bit on the burnt out side when it comes to all these remaster remakes, when it comes to PlayStation. New IPs, brand new stuff, and maybe even a Call of Duty comparative would be nice to see as well. So make sure you guys are subscribed, notifications on. I got the Twitter and Twitch down below if you guys want to follow, and I appreciate you guys all so much for watching here in the first place. Thank you guys all for existing.